A doctor's responsibility is to check for biological warfare. I think this is my responsibility as a doctor. I like doing this. So anyhow, to keep yourself healthy, you should always take your vitamins, eat well nutrition, balanced meals, small meals a day throughout the day is actually the best way to fight obesity and diabetes. Control your hormones. Your hormones code for the proteins that are produced in your cells. If your hormones are out of whack, so can your body start developing cells that are coded wrong, can start developing cells coded by the wrong proteins. It's just going to do that. It can metastasize from that point and it can become cancer. So definitely balance your hormones because they have to do with your cellular work whenever you have mitosis, which is the dividing of cells in your body. When you have meiosis, as in you are pregnant or you're going to have a baby, then be careful not to drink alcohol, not to smoke while you're pregnant, not to take birth control if you are planning to conceive. Honestly, nutrition yourself the right ways so that you have a good pregnancy and a good birth, I would say. I've never had to, but I totally get the woman things. So, and then take iron if you need iron. Some women do after they've done so much. A lot of vegetables and fruit are good for you, but sometimes it depletes you in your iron. So sometimes a woman has to take iron. It's good to eat small, like little ounce portions of red meats. Not a whole lot, not too little. You want to make sure you get your omega-3s and 6s, your fatty acids. Too much or too little can produce problems with the myelin sheaths and how they receive messages in your brain. So having the right development of fatty acids, you can do this by eating a salad and putting certain type of salad dressings on, like your Italian dressing or your ranch. They have fatty acids. You can add certain meats for protein. You can add the vegetables to ensure good digestion. Sometimes it's good to take a good probiotic for digestion. That does help. That is nice to have a digestive probiotic. Let's see, what else is there? Sometimes if you get a headache, it is kind of good to cut your caffeinated beverages, because that can be caused by caffeine. If you don't have the money for a child, you should probably put in money towards birth control because, yes, you don't want to bring an unborn child into the world without, being able to take care of it. There are options, there are things you can do if, you do happen to get pregnant, but it's not the easiest thing, so I wouldn't recommend it. And check your low and high blood cholesterol levels. Having good low LDLs, low cholesterol is good. Types of butters you can eat. There's a Land O'Lakes butter. There's I can't believe it's not butter because it's really good. It's made with fatty acids. It's not a bad thing. But those are pretty healthy. You gotta watch for saccharides, triglycerides. If it's saturated, I think it's unsaturated and saturated is what makes the difference in your butters. So that affects your heart. Having a healthy balance of it would be good. You don't want to clog your arteries. That'll increase your blood pressure. You could have a stroke or a heart attack doing that. So you do not want to do that. Eat healthy stuff. Sometimes spaghetti squash for supper or something, you can add a little bit. Salt, iodized salt is good in helping to prevent goiters. B12 gives you the skinny jeans and actually helps prevent cancer. It's proven. It's used to say that in my nutrition book. Let's see, what else? Take out hair, skin, and nails. A biotin is good to strengthen your hair, skin, and nails. Don't deal with hair loss. And if you have a scabby scalp, you can use a certain specialized shampoo to clear it up for that. Just use a regular conditioner and it should go away. But if you have a condition, go to the doctor about it, you know. And if your skin needs hydration, use lotion. If your skin is out in the sun, if you're out in the sunlight, make sure you're not taking any medications that are going to burn you. Make sure that you put sunscreen on. Without sunscreen, you could have cancer. Cancer is not good. Cancer is one of the most lethal things that can kill. But Franklin County had a lot of flu cases this year. So I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking personally, I'm thinking it could be the water. I think the water is bad in Union. Like, I seriously suspect foul play. And I'm just thinking, if there's certain biological hazards in our water, and most of Franklin County's in Union, and these people are drinking it and getting sick, I'm like, it's just about when they first came out with aspartame, and they were feeding it things like, antifreeze and having it produce poisonous sugars and sticking it on the shelf. Now, who allowed that to pass in the FDA? Because it's a poisonous sugar, it goes to your body, it goes to your brain, can cause damage, and most of all, it's kind of like blood poisoning. They recognize it as cancer, and then it's also kind of like food poisoning. You have the effects of food poisoning after that. Technically, yeah, that's what it is. Some people, I've heard of people using arsenic to poison other people slowly. There was a debate on about that the other day, and my mom was telling me about it. Don't just pick anything and everything up off of a TV. You gotta use discretion when you're a viewer. Yes, use your discretion in anything that you let into your mind, because if it causes you to make the wrong choices, you're screwed. Yeah, discretion. I mean, discretion and balance in everything, because I'm seeing some problems. I really have, but so hopefully, here's to all our health. Hopefully these little flu viruses that go around, hopefully they'll be gone. Hopefully we'll conquer them, get rid of them, and they won't come back. And then mosquitoes, it's just like, ticks and mosquitoes, wild animals, they all gotta be healthy, because we're all in the cycle of life and we consume things from one another, and if it's not healthy, you're playing with biological warfare right there. Because it's going to make you sick, and you may not have the ability to cure it, to change it. You may age, you could have rheumatoid arthritis. You can take glucosamine for that, and you can take Aleve, and you can wrap your joints, give them treatments of glucosamine, possibly slow down your metabolism a little bit, so that you can gain a little weight with those joints, so they're not too skinny and too deprived. Drink plenty of water. Don't push yourself over exertion type stuff like that. Don't overexert yourself, because that can cause a lot of symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis. Gosh, there's lots of stuff that I can tell you. Cinnamon is good for you. Coffee. Wine's supposed to help with blood pressure. A lot of people turn to alcohol if they have adrenaline rushes or something and they need to calm themselves down. I would recommend a doctor's medicine. I definitely would. Some of them have sedative effects, but it's a little bit healthier than alcoholism, where you're going to be drinking repeatedly and getting into a cycle. Sometimes you can get addicted to doctor's medicines too. You have to be careful of no matter what you consume. Just be balanced about it. Just work on having a healthy, happy life. Take the advice of others, listen to them. You don't have to necessarily apply it, but taking in the advice of others makes you wiser in being able to weigh out your options and make your choices. Make wise choices every day. All right, that's it. Have a wonderful one. Bye.